Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn about the React hooks. Okay, so first React hook we are going to use, that is called the use state. Okay, so basically hooks, what is hooks? Hooks basically, this is a new addition in the React 16.8 and they let you use state and other React features without writing a class. So here we are going to use the state hook. Okay, the state hook, that means use state, we are going to use it. So let's start in our tutorial. So let me open any of my project, React projects. So here we are going to use my this one, open terminal, npm start. Okay, currently previously we have done this, so let's comment and start the coding. Okay, so this is the full-fledged code, you can see that, and this is basically a class-based component, so we are not going to use it. So I'm going to just raise this, and here we are going to use the method useState. So let's begin with it. So you can see that this example renders a counter, so we are going to use this one functional example. So I'm going to copy this. My current example name is expenses, and here I'm going to return export default expenses. Okay, so this we have done. Let's open this one. Count is not defined, count is not defined, count is not defined. Okay, so here is the declaration, functional example. So let's view word wrap this, so you can see that it's in the comment section, so you can add it like this. Okay, now you can see that, well, this one. So here you can see that there is a declaration. So what we have done with the use state, basically it defined the state, in which state basically your state is in. So count is a variable. Here you need to define the variables, right? Like state variables, it's count and the set count. Whenever you have to define, like suppose you want like color and the set color, so it's always bind with the set color. That is a naming convention that always it is for the parent, and here you need to add set with for setting the state. Okay, so currently the count is in state is with 0. If you want to make it blank, you can make it blank. So here in the use state you have mentioned that the current state is 0. Okay, so when you click on the button, it will always set the count with the +1. Okay, if you go and check this one, when you click on me, it will always increment it, right? So it will changing the state. Okay, so this is basically use state is basically for defining the state variable. Okay, so that is for defining the state variable. This is basically a use state is basically used in the functional component, and for the class based component you need to define the state in the constructor. Okay, so let's define it in the constructor way also. So you need to clarify on the both sides, like whether you want to use the function component, whether you want to go with the class based component. Okay, in the class based component, how we are going to define the state in the function component, this is the way, that is the with the help of the use state, that is the hook. Okay, and in the class based component we are going to how to declare the variable. Let's go have a look. So basically here you can see that there is a state hook, and with the class based component, if it is not, then we can also do that. So I think this is the class piece. Okay, so this is, you can see that here you have, there's a constructor which is render first whenever we load the page, and here they are setting the counter state. So let's take an example and let's do it. This is class base. I'm going to control Z this. So you can see that there is a return statement. So we don't require this one. We have defined the constructor. Okay, export default function expenses. This is basically a class based component, you can see that. Okay, so you can see here we need to expenses, and this is, and here you need to export default expenses. So you can see that here we have defining the state. Okay, so this is on the this way is defining in the only the class based component. So here we have defined the state that is called count 0, and after click on the button, click this dot set state. This dot set state means they are setting the state, and what the state is, they are always incrementing in the current state with +1. This dot state dot count will get you the current state, and after you will get the current state, what is the current state, that is 0, it will always add 1 to that increment. So this will give you the 1. If you go and check this one, okay, that is already reload, right? Like so my time. So click on this, same thing happens, right? So we have already discussed what about the how to use this, how to declare a state in the functional component in the and the class based component. These are the two methods. Those, if you are use, if your project is in functional component, then use that way. That is, you have to use the use state. If you are using the class based component, then you have to declare in the constructor, right? And you will say, and how to get the variable, that is this dot state dot count, this dot state dot count, if it is declaration is count. And for same thing for the like this one, you will get it with the help of the count only, right? So these are the two things which we have to taken care when we are using the hooks in the functional component and the class based component, right? So any issue, any query, it's very easy. Like this is basically setting the states. Okay, when which is the current state, which is the initial state, and how to get set the state. So basically you will do with the help in the functional component, you will do with the help of the use state. In the class based component, you have to use with the state dot state prop in the props section, right? To get this, this is the method. Okay, any issue, any doubt, let me know in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day.